Hi. I'd like to begin by saying that the last video I made, I spoiled it all by having a racking cough. I held out for as long as it was required. Show must go on and everything. Queen, Freddie Mercury, I know. But um, but he was really a queen. He was a queen in a queer way. I'd like to think I'm a queen in an amateurish artist way. And so I spoiled it all with a racking cough. I'm still not well, but I'm getting all these nice ideas. So before I begin, this is a comment about love. You all do 2 minutes. I'm going to give you an old Hindi song. This is beyond before my time, and used to come on television. So here goes. Uh, um, we will give you. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I should have said this. I'm sorry. This is very poor. Will go on. Oh, listen. Watch the video. Can you shut this window? Okay, I'm coming back. All right. My discussion is that love is an eternal theme, um, and it has its ardent following. You have stored. Oh, I still sound bad. Bass voice. But you have Romeo and Juliet, and then the Persian Tale, Laila Majnu. Then there's Sharif or Shari or Shari. I'm not sure. It's a Hindi tale. Shari or Parda. Um, Parda. And yeah, they're all famous tales. And so my point is to take it to another discussion. There was this movie which came, and it was in one of the regular theaters, Cineplex Odeon. I don't see much of Hindi, but when my son was growing up, we saw a few, and that's when they teamed up, Abhishek Bachchan and Aishwarya Rai. Yeah, and I was very sick then, but it was a good movie, and it was all about the Indian Express thing and everything. The father who, the business magnate, the publishing magnate. Yeah, and and something else. All the jewelry. Oh my God! My first thought was, how did they have sex? All just earrings. Um, in ardent sexual moment, it could come in the way. So I don't know, all these elaborate Hindu jewelry, or even amongst Muslims, all these elaborate jewelry, Indian Muslims. I don't know about the Arabic and Persian Muslims or Shiite or Sunni, because they have the veil, and they're more simpler in attire, so to speak. But anyways, I watched this movie Padmavat, and it has Deepika Padukone, and she's actually a princess, I think, who is or she's I don't know how the movie goes now. I went and saw it in opposite Eaton Center. She's maybe it's to discourage. I forget movies. It's to discourage me from telling the tales. That could be it too. So it's she's shooting. I just shot. Came back to me, flower tipped arrow, but these are so she shoots a boar or something. It becomes quite Obelix becomes Asterix and Obelix. Shoots a boar, and then a king sees her and abducts her, and she's a Rajput princess. Anyways, I think he's a Muslim king or something, but he falls in love with her, and love conquers all. They get married, but towards the end, his kingdom is taken over by foreigners, who were other Muslims, other Hindus. We don't know. I forget now. I think, and these women are honor bound and they fight back. But in the old tale, in the actual historical tale of Padmini, the queen of the Rajputs, they all choose death, or she and her maids in waiting choose death over going into the enemy's hands. I beg your pardon. So that's kind of a touching tale. And I think men had more to live, more to not to live for, more weighing on their shoulders, because they had to get back the kingdom. So they could not just, fold over and die. They owed it to their people to go back and conquer the foreign rulers who had taken over their land. So, sometimes you think about it, it was harder. But these women were honor bound. I mean, it's a fantastic tale to think about. I mean, their men are all dead and in battle, or they have been captured, and these women do not want to go into enemy's hands. But we used to joke, of course. We would joke that we would not be like Padmini and that sort of thing. Yeah, but there's this. Anyways, the part 2 of my short discussion is about the subtlety in a couple of really old, these again TV movies. Or maybe I was a child, a small child when the movies came, or my older brother, 6 and 5 years sister, and older brother and sister, older sister, they themselves were young. So the 2 movies are Sharapanjara. I don't know, I spoke about it, about a woman having the baby blues and being, locked up in a loony bin, so to speak, asylum, mental asylum, for 14 years and coming out. And she hasn't seen food, right? I said. So she eats food, and he thinks, she says, I want a dish from all, from the entire menu. Eat a dish each from the entire menu. And he looks at her strangely. Oh, there's something wrong with her. All right, she's not all right. Poor woman has lived on hospital food. But so that's how the story builds them. So subtlety, the man, her husband, has had it going with a lady who's of easy virtue. So he would have said something sarcastic about the lady, but he's begun to have a friendship with her. The kids have grown up, they've all forgotten her. The kids were small to begin with. I mean, you can't blame these kids. And her cook is like, she just teases him. He screams bloody murder. She's gone mad. She's after me. And yeah. So subtlety, she goes to a religious ceremony in a neighbor's home. It's all Hindu custom. They invite you for red turmeric and yellow turmeric, all right? And the flowers, and they give a fruit with the betel leaves and everything. In Dallas, it's a trend for Indian families to grow betel leaves and everything. Yeah, and mint leaves and that sort of thing. So, so she sings a song. She says that, after 14 years, the goddess Sita, Ramayana Sita, all of you must be familiar in Canada too, and in the US, Sita comes back, and Rama, the Lord of the universe, so to speak, suspects her of doing the worst. So that sort of thing, of being the worst or being the worst. So he was such a good man. So she is finding it hard to blame her husband. She still loves her husband. So such subtlety. Another movie, Two Dreams, Yeradu Kanasu. There, there's a family feud. Two people are in love. They're first cousins, the mother's side. It's accepted, right, in Hindu culture. So on the mother's side, so they fall in love, and then there's a family feud which happens. So the father, the girl's father, takes the female out of the town. So this guy's left, and they swear to love each other till death do them apart and things like that. I will never forget you. I'll never forget you. Famous Kannada hero. He says and sends her out. Rajkumar. His name is Rajkumar. He's dead. His son is also, his sons are all heroes, but the father, I mean, everybody says the father. The sons did good. Anyway, so he says, I'll never forget you. He comes. His parents, he eventually life goes on. He starts working. And his parents get him married off. But the man is true to his first love. He refuses to consummate the wedding. This woman is a topper in her college. She's completely in love. So the professor would have made a lot out of her falling in love because she's a topper and everything. She does not know what is her mistake in life. He just does not consummate. He doesn't talk to her. That sort of a thing. He does not. And the life goes on, and then finally the man comes to know. Well, or you should watch it, Two Dreams. But I'll be a spoiler alert and tell the story. And so eventually, life goes on this way. It's the travails of this woman, the wife, who finds it hard, and it's a tragedy, right? The wife, the husband is a stranger to her. She's trying hard to please him. The mother-in-law likes her, but how much of a mother-in-law the husband has to like you, right? So and then they show this guy. He goes to work regularly, works, and before that, I'll say the subtlety. Subtlety. She goes to another one of these religious gatherings, and she the red turmeric, yellow turmeric, fruit, betel leaves, and everything. Or they give a coconut. Coconut in Bangalore is like a big thing. Big coconuts. We had coconut trees. My mother would give those without breaking them. So punishment, you had to get the coconut out. All right, it comes in a thing. You don't even know. You see it in grocery stores as a brown thing. So, but all this, customs. And of course, my mother-in-law was not too particular. All working career woman and everything. My sister's mother-in-law, oh my God, another 50 rupees. 50 rupees she would give me. And in the end, she never gave me. And my joke was, why did your mother-in-law not give me 50 rupees? Anyways, so she goes to this religious gathering, and she again she sings, God, show me your nice gentler side, and so I can worship. This is a little much Indian movies, worshipping the heroes and everything, but there it is, feminist. We are all feminist women, but we like our men. Yeah, so that sort of a thing. Well, the phone always goes off when I'm talking. Anyway, so that's the thing, and yeah, so subtlety. So she sings, and at your feet, and lotus-like feet, and that sort of a thing, and that's again subtlety. It's completely subtle. All right, she's not blaming anybody. She's not telling anybody that her husband, but she breaks down in the end of the song. And the neighbor comes, she goes away. She just goes away. So, anyways, he finds his colleague who does not work late, goes away. The hero, her husband, who's bad, he finds the hero's friend says that I have a doozy of a wife, I have a babe of a wife at home who's very loving. So I go on time. So if come and meet her once, he says. You always work late. You go play with your friends and that sort of thing. So he goes, do you know who it is? It's his first love. She's adapted to life completely. He's made a mess of his life, being true to her. I leave you with this thought. Thank you. I'm coming here once again, live from Toronto, Canada. To all of you out there, stay warm. All right? Thank you.